Welcome back, beer tubers. Time to take a look at the one, the only Bourbon County Brown Stout from Goose Island. This is one of the more popular and, my understanding, one of the first bourbon barrel aged stouts that was produced in the U.S. in recent times, at least on a regular basis. This particular bottle is a 2012 batch from November 7th. Big 15% beer. I wanted to try this one. I had to get it through a friend who thankfully shipped it out. So thanks to Chris for shipping it out to me. Pours pitch black. Just had a little bit of a head on there. You can see a little bit of a nice brown head. But other than that, immediately dissipated. I mean, major alcohol legs. It's 15%. Sticking the sides of the glass really well. Not quite as dark as, say, like Hunapu's or Marshall Zukoff's, but you know, it's a very dark beer. Let's get the aroma. Wow, hides the alcohol surprisingly well for 15%. You certainly do pick up some of the alcohol. I get a lot of cherry notes initially, a lot of vanilla. Huge caramel, toffee notes. There's a nice dark chocolate. There's some burnt coffee-like notes to it as well. Almost a little bit of like a coconut character coming through as well. So smells awesome. So let's dig in. Cheers. Oh, that's fantastic. Nice, full body, close to the mouth, nice, but it's not overly sweet. I think that's what's nice about being 15% and this high alcohol. It really helps balance out that sweetness. Along with the darker, roastier malts too, they help out, but it's very smooth, creamy mouthfeel. I'm actually getting less alcohol on the taste than I was on the nose, surprisingly enough. I've had this beer in the past, going back to like 07. I had a bottle of 09 that was only 2 years old. Those beers had some serious heat, serious burn to the beer. These recent batches that I've tried from Goose Island for BCS have been a lot better, I think. And they've been a lot smoother on the palate in the past. And they're more drinkable right away. Up front, you get a lot of sweetness, a lot of caramel sweetness, a lot of vanilla character to it. That caramelly bourbon character is very prominent up front. And midway through, it adds a lot of sweetness, and then the fruits start to come out. That dark cherry note. There's a little bit of those other dark fruits, like a plum character, midway through the palate. And then the finish has a nice creamy dark chocolate, nice roasty coffee character, a little edge of a burnt character maybe coming from the black malt, but not a whole lot. It's not as it's not quite to that burnt character that some imperial stouts get. So on the finish, the beer dries out, a lot of the alcohol comes into play. You don't taste a lot of it, but you definitely feel it. Adds a nice warmth. Some of that more like coconut character and oak tannins come out. That's helping dry out the beer as well. Lingering notes include a lot more of that caramel coming through, more vanilla and oak showing up. And I get a lot more of a molasses. You get this darker sugar character kind of lingering on your tongue once it's gone. And this is just a really, really nicely done beer. I mean, it's I really have to give this an A+. This bottle's drinking awesome for a somewhat fresh bottle, only about 3 months old, 4 months old at this point. So this is just an absolute classic beer. Highly recommend it, and I think it's actually getting better, which is, you know, a lot of people thought, you know, with them getting bought out by InBev that maybe the quality of the beers would go down, but in fact, I think the quality of this beer is gone up, in my opinion. And for 15%, wow, it's a huge beer. It's going to cellar very nicely, but it's drinking great, relatively fresh. So that's going to wrap it up for Bourbon County Stout from Goose Island. Thanks for watching. Until next time, please comment and subscribe. Cheers.